Hey everyone, so here's another eyeshadow tutorial. I did a video a couple of days ago on my birthday party outfit of the day, and I'm going to show you my makeup in that. I'm just going to show you the eyeshadow first, and then I'll show you what I did on the rest of the face. But let me show you the eye. I can never get a hold of this thing very good. There you go. So there's the eye. It's really simple and pretty. I just have some fake eyelashes on and a winged eyeliner and a really simple eyeshadow. Really, it's not difficult at all how to do this. So stay tuned if you want to learn how to do this really simple pin-up-y kind of eyeshadow. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is take a base. I'm taking MAC's Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. Like always, it's my favorite base to apply, so I'm taking that to my middle finger. I'm just going to apply that all over my lid, up to the highlight, everywhere, basically. Okay, so I'm using the Coastal Scents 88 Warm Palette, and I'm just going to show you right now the colors I'm going to be using. The first one I'm going to use is this shade right here, which is towards the brown area. It's this shade right here, fourth from the top, from the bottom. And then on my lid, I'm going to be taking this shade right here, and then I'm going to be using one of these silvers, most likely this one, in my inner corner, and that's it. It's just 3 shades. So the first one I'm going to show you is the brown. I'm taking that onto a 217 from Sigma, favorite brush. So I'm going to take that onto 217. I'm tilting my head back, and I'm going to put that right into my crease, my upper crease. The whole point of this is to kind of exaggerate your crease. So that's why I'm putting my head back, because when you put your head back you can see your crease a lot better. So I'm going to exaggerate my crease with this. So make sure you're building that color, because the color I chose is a really simple, because especially the whole main attraction is supposed to be the eyelashes and the pin-up look, so you really want to define your crease so that your eyes don't look so plain. That's the whole point of doing this. Make sure your color is nice and dark. So you should have something like that, just a really exaggerated, defined crease. Next I'm going to do my lid. Alright, so onto my lid I'm using a 252 from Sigma, and I'm taking that color I showed you for my lid color. I'm taking that onto a 252. And I'm going to push that just on top of my lid. It's really just like a natural, like you could use like a rice paper for this by MAC. Something really simple and natural. And I'm going to take that right up to that brown. And this is really just going to create a really nice shimmer for your lid. Something really simple. You don't want anything too bright because you... Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 275, just like an angled fluffy brush. I'm just taking like a yellowy highlight color. It's a matte shade. I'm just going to use that to brush right on top underneath my brow bone, just to give a subtle definition, because most pin-up-y looks, the eyebrows are really defined and really squared arched. So that's what I did with my brows, and I'm just going to use that to just lightly make sure that there's a nice angular definition right underneath my brow, just like that. And then I'm taking a fluffier brush, a clean 217, and I'm using that to blend out that crease color up to the highlight, because you want everything to look seamless, and you don't want any changes in colors to be so dramatic. You want them to look really seamless, just like how this looks really blended. You can't really see it. I want the same for this eye. Alright, so that's basically it. The eyeshadow is pretty much done. Everything's nicely blended. You blended everything out. Then you want to just take an inner corner, something really simple and nice and light shimmery color. And I'm just going to push that right in there, just to give that inner corner just some sparkle, so that you have a nice highlight. Just like that. Really simple, nothing too bright. Now you're going to want to take your eyeliner, and we're going to create that wing liner. Okay, for this I like to use a liner brush and Buxom lash liner in Leatherette. It's my favorite gel eyeliner because it enhances growth lash, and I like this brush from Coastal Scents. So I'm just going to take that onto my tie line, and this brush is really easy with doing that, because you're kind of just flicking underneath. And then you're going to want to take that on top of your top lid. So just make a really small line across your lid, just like you would do any liner. I like to do a really thin line because I have small eyelashes and I don't like to lose them in that thick line. So I'm just going to do a really thin line. Almost microscopic. Just kidding. That was a really bad joke. Okay, so my thin line is done, and then the way I do is I take my eye and I follow my bottom lash line, and I just mark where I'm going to put the wing, just so it's easier to find, and then I just start filling it in, just like so. Mom. Alright, so once your line's done, I like to just take a little bit of black eyeshadow, and I do this with all my gel liners. I just tap that on top of it so that the gel liner will just stay a little bit more longer if you apply black eyeshadow. That's what I found, that it works a lot better and it lasts a lot longer if you kind of like set it. Since they're a gel, just like putting a foundation on top of a powder on top of a foundation, that's what the gel does too. So now I'm going to put on some fake eyelashes and I'll be right back. Alright, so there's the finished product. Really simple, just a winged eyeliner and then some false eyelashes. Really simple pinup look, and I'm going to show you the rest, what I did to the rest of my face in that video. Alright, so I'm just going to bronze real quick. I'm going to put Harmony by MAC. It's a blush. I'm using a big 150 as for my bronzer brush. And I'm just going to suck in my cheeks. And just place there on the outer corner and just blend up. So it kind of creates more of a wispier effect on your face. It's going to be a lot more defined. And then just blend up, doing the same on the other cheek. I like to pat my bronzer on, especially on the areas where I have some texture. And I'm just blending up, just like that. Just applying in a patting motion, and then I just put some down here, and then some on my cheeks a little bit just to give some color. And then I'm taking a big one, a 168 from Sigma, and I'm taking this blush by MAC as well. This is called Melba. It's like a peachy color. It's a matte blush as well. I like using matte blushes instead of using shimmery ones, especially because if I have oily skin and I don't like to apply too much. So I'm just going to do the same thing, suck in my cheeks. And I'm applying it just right there, so it kind of creates my cheek area to be my cheekbones to look a lot more higher than they are. And on my lips, I'm just going to line them a bit. And then I just applied Loverleron. I don't know. It's a really pretty, really bright pink color. And that's it. The look is done. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you guys had a great time watching. Real quick, here's a better look at the makeup. Just really simple, pin-up-y with a pink look instead of a red lip. I like it so much. Thanks for watching. Bye again.